So if you're at an aquarium or a dive shop or any place where scuba diving happens, scuba diving is risky. So you have to have some sort of level of training to react when there is an incident. When I actually was given the assistant dive safety officer role, I was only an open water diver, which was just essentially an entry-level diver at that point. So I took a rescue dive course. At the end of the course, like we did this drill where you surface a diver and then you swim them around while you're providing a breath and taking their gear off slowly and methodically, and then you got to take your gear off, and then once your gear is off, the drill is over. When they're like, okay, you passed, I looked at the instructor and said, but the guy's still in the water. Doesn't have a heartbeat. We need to get him up to the hard surface so we can start CPR. Like, where do we learn all of that? Well, the aquarium dive world relies heavily on what the recreational dive world provides them as far as education and training. Doesn't include taking a person all the way out of the water, doesn't include how to work as a team to provide care for a person once you get them out of the water, the fact that it doesn't expire. So then getting into the aquarium industry, thinking that there might be additional training programs out there for what I would call ourselves as professionals. The fact that none of that really existed, I felt I needed to take it upon myself to create what was going to work. Entering the world of firefighter, paramedic, what I saw was the other side of 911. So in the layperson world, there's this expectation that there's a problem, it gets solved when you call 911. Well, now I am the person coming to help you. The problem that I saw was the layperson rescue training was inadequate for preparing this patient to be transported by EMS. The bigger problem was, what kind of care can you provide to this person while we're coming? If you train to know that EMS is still 5 to 6 minutes away after 911 gets called, and you're working to provide care and you're doing it adequately and effectively and working as a part of team, then the chances of survival for that person are increased significantly. When I was doing a lot of the training at the aquarium, I would always tell people that every day that goes by that you don't have an emergency brings you one day closer to when you will have the emergency. So how are you going to be prepared to act? The only way to be prepared is via training.